Hello guys, welcome to Football Manager 14 Best Youngsters. Today we're going to look at fullbacks, wingbacks, leftbacks, rightbacks, whatever you want to call them. Very important players, very underrated position I think. If you have good fullbacks, it really can improve your performance. I think fullbacks really deserve more credit. It's such a vital position. Can dictate the tempo, can dictate the way a team's playing. It can dictate whether you're an attacking team or a defensive team. Fullbacks are so important, so it's important you've got a good left back and right back. If you haven't seen this series before, I recommend you watch the other episodes. You can see I've done strikers, I'm doing every position. Today we're doing left backs and right backs. I don't go over the massive players. I try and cover sort of more unknown players, but let's quickly have a look at the shortlist I've drawn up. Starting from least recommended. Let's do least recommended. And the first one I found is right back Patrick Farkas from SV Mattersburg. Not bad for 20 years old, and you can pick him up for about 700k. So that's a pretty decent deal. He looks alright, very all-rounded, very good stamina, good physical attributes. So he's going to be running up and down that wing for you. A good signing there, good potential signing. Keep your eye on that lad. An Albanian here, Elside Hizai. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, please help me out. Albanian, he's already been capped for Albania, so he's going to be a good player. £2 million, you get him for less than 2 million to be honest. Yet again, another physical player who's going to be running up and down those wings for you. He's a tank, he looks like a very good tank. He's sort of lacking on the defensive attributes. I'd want to get his tackling up a bit more. But yeah, he's alright, definitely a good signing if you sort of like to play a flat back line. Here's a guy you probably won't be able to get him in the first season because he's on loan, but it's definitely worth keeping an eye on. He's called Alvaro Ampuero. Peruvian. He's alright, he's not too bad. He's worth keeping an eye on. He's a very good all-rounded player. Not the best, only 2.5 star potential, but you know, he's definitely worth keeping an eye on. Here's a Spanish guy I think is definitely worth keeping an eye on. Johnny, from Celta Vigo. Decent, he looks decent. Yet again, not too good going forward, but he's not awful. He's not awful, and he's got very good defensive attributes. Great work rate. Lacks a bit of determination, which might be a problem, but you can pick him up for. You'll probably be able to pick him up for about £5 million. Danny Da Costa here, a right back, can play right wing as well. Great pace, great physical attributes. He's a nice player. He looks pretty decent, and you can pick him up for. Let's have a go. You can probably pick him up for. What? Let me make an inquiry. Where is he? Danny Da Costa. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, what am I? Oh, I've ruined it. Well, yeah. He's going to be difficult to get hold of. He's a decent right back. I don't know how much he costs. Maybe one of you can tell me there. I've got that one up. Carlos Christie, the first of the Brits. There's quite a few English players here which make quite good fullbacks. Carlos Christie's alright. If you're managing a Europa League side, he's actually quite decent. For 700k as well, he's a good deal. He's very physical as well, very strong. And if you like to play a flat back four, he'll play very well. And he'll also be make a good attacking fullback as well. Very all-rounded player. I like him. I think he looks good. If you're managing a team in the Premier League, maybe Aston Villa, Everton, something like that, he might be a very good signing. Definitely worth keeping an eye on. But you're going to want to get him quickly because he's not going to develop very well at Coventry. But going on to another Spaniard here, why are these names so hard to pronounce? I'm not even going to try and pronounce that one. Markel something. Yeah, he looks alright. Not very good physical attributes, but he's young. You can push them up. He looks alright, he looks decent. You can pick him up for £1.5 to £2 million. Decent signing. Yeah, average really, just average. And here's a good one. He's been on Football Manager before. He's been very highly rated in previous games. Cristiano Birari. Decent left back. You'll have to pay about 6 million for him. You'll have to buy him off both sides, Cittadella and Inter. He looks alright, he doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I like him. I've seen him in previous Football Manager games, and he's a very good all-rounded fullback. So he can do a lot for you. He can do everything for you. And here's another French one, Maxime Punge. Not that young. He's going to turn 21 in a few months as soon as you start the game, but he's got great physical attributes and very quick. He reminds me a bit of Kieran Gibbs. Very decent player. You'll get him for about. Let's make an offer here. Get him for about 7.5. Yeah, you'll probably get him for about 4 million maybe. So, decent player, decent player. Another German here, Nicole Schulz, 20 years old. He's got 3-star potential. He looks alright. He looks alright. He's not likely to leave straight away. I don't know why. Oh, I made an inquiry again. Idiot. Oh, I can do this. Oh, right there. And you'll be able to pick him up. Can you get him for 5 mil? Yeah, you'll get him for cheap. You'll get him for probably fairly cheap. Much cheaper than that. He's a decent left back. And very attacking as well. But it's definitely one to keep an eye on. I'm not sure how easy he will be to get hold of at the beginning of the game. Let's go through these a bit quicker now. Jonathan Silva, an Argentinian right back. Very defensive. Not very good for going forward, but an absolute tank in defence. If you play a back four line, he's only going to work in a flat back four, and you pick him up for about £4.5 million, £4 million. So he's a great signing, great tackling attributes at the age of 19. Very nice. Douglas Santos here. Now this boy's very attacking. To be honest, I'll probably play him as a winger. But if you like to play wingbacks, very attacking fullbacks, he's a good signing for you, and you can pick him up. He's going to be expensive. You probably pick him up for about £6 million, £7 million, maybe even more. I'm not too sure about his price. But here's a known Football Manager legend, Sergio Aurier. Very nice player. He's been on Football Manager for ages. Yet again, he's a very defensive player. He can play wing back, but I think he is better sitting back. Oh yeah, and you'll get him for about £7.5 million. Maybe even less than that. So it's a decent signing. Ben Davies, a lot of hype about this boy at Swansea. He looks decent. You get him for £10 million. He's good if you're managing a team like Man United, Arsenal. He's very good, very good. He's very all-rounded as well. He can do a job going forward as well as going back. Decent signing. Keep your eye on that boy. Callum Chambers. Everyone's going on about Luke Shaw, who I'll show you in a bit. But Callum Chambers is another Southampton legend. A good youngster coming through the ranks. £7 million. Not getting as much recognition as Luke Shaw at the moment. But he's definitely a decent one. Very all-rounded player as well. He's almost better going forward than he is in defence. Decent. Very consistent attributes. No weak link there at all. His lowest attribute I can see is 7. And there's a few 8s in there as well. Very consistent player. Decent, very good. I'll get him straight away. He's a great signing. You can get Nicola Muru, another Italian, very defensive as well, and you can pick him up for about £4 million. You've got Ronan, a Brazilian from Fluminense, very attacking player. He's going to cost you quite a bit. He's going to be difficult to get hold of straight away, but he looks decent. Get that tackling up. He could be a great signing. You've got Gaia here from Valencia, very young, similar to Jordi Alba, I think. He's probably going to follow in his footsteps. It's going to be hard to get hold of straight away, but you'll probably get him for about £1 million. Keep an eye on him. It's definitely one to keep an eye on. And now getting on to the big dogs, Ricardo Rodriguez from Wolfsburg. Very tasty player. Gets snapped up by the big teams very early, but if you are a big team, get him because he's dirt cheap, £6 million. Very good left back. Very good. Great mental attributes, which is very good to have on the left back and the right back. Alberto, this is a guy that I really like. Plays for Sevilla. You can pick him up for about £8 million, £9 million. Amazing. Very good at consistent attributes. Those mental attributes are outstanding. No mental attribute lower than 11, and his physical attributes are almost even better. Lacks a bit of strength, but it doesn't really matter with his height. Benjamin Mendy. A decent one here, very physical again, lacks a bit of technical attributes, he's going to be difficult to get hold of straight away, definitely one to keep an eye on. Grimaldo from Barcelona, I don't like the look of him too much, but he's got very high potential apparently. It's going to be hard to get hold of him straight away, but definitely one to keep an eye on again. Will you be able to get him for 2.5? Yeah, he'll go quite cheap. Barcelona tend to let a lot of their youngsters go for very cheap prices. Mattia Di Sciglio, wow, very great player, amazing player. You can get him for about, will you get him for 10 million? Yeah, you'll get him for about £15 million, maybe £20 million. Great player. Parazzi, another Italian here. Argentinian, sorry, playing in Italy. Great player, absolutely outstanding. I think he's the fullback of the year. Best fullback in Football Manager this year. You can get him for about 35 million. But he is worth it. I think if you're managing a big team, he's a great player. You've got Digny from Paris Saint-Germain, but he's going to be hard to get hold of because he's at PSG. Money doesn't faze them. And then you've got Luke Shaw at Southampton, and he'll cost you about £15–17 million. If you know any fullbacks, let me know. Put it in the comments and see what one's your favourite. I'll see you later, guys. Bye.